Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you guys. If you are new, please like this video and also subscribe below. Please let us get this channel to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for understanding. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about a university in Switzerland that you can apply to and start studies in spring 2023. Yeah, when is the spring semester of 2023? The semester that starts in February, March in Europe. All right. So basically, you are going to apply to this school. But when are you supposed to apply for the school? The application deadlines for spring intake begins on July 1st. What I mean is July 1st and it ends on November 30th. All right. So I'm just going to go through the website so that I bring out everything very well so that I don't get myself mixed up. Now, like I said, the name of the university is the University of Zurich. This university is one of the top, biggest, not just the top in terms of scientific research or in terms of research experience, but one of the biggest and top universities in Switzerland. Now, you should also put into consideration or bear in mind that language of instruction is very, very important in most Swiss universities. There are other videos I recently filmed on the channel. There are others that I did a couple of months ago. Please make sure you check these videos and watch them. I am basically doing this once now because subscribers requested for them. There is another guy who asked for Netherlands. So without wasting time, I decided to do this. Admissions for spring intake at the University of Zurich has started. 1st of July till the 31st of November. The reason I'm insisting on the application deadline is because if you do not apply before the deadline, all right, you are going to pay a late application fee. And the late application fee is double. What I mean by double is because if the application fee is 100 Swiss franc, you are going to pay 200 Swiss franc. That is, late application is another fee, all right? So that is what you should understand. Now, the programs you are going to be applying for spring intake is bachelor's programs, master's programs, and teachers education. All right. For those of you who are applying for bachelor's, please pay attention to the language of instructions. Most programs in Swiss universities will be taught entirely in German and part of it a little in English language. So you should pay attention to that. Remember your own section when you are applying for these programs. You are looking at the bachelor's, the master's, and teachers education and not the bachelor's with Swiss qualifications. Swiss qualifications are for students who attend primary or secondary schools in Switzerland or high school, all right? Then there is also an application deadline for doctorate students or students who wants to apply for doctorate programs from July 1st until the 31st of July, and there is also admissions procedure. For incoming Swiss mobility students, there is also a deadline for you people to follow. So that is what you need to know. Now, let's look at what you need as requirements. Let's look at the programs available and let's look at what is written for visa application. Now, requirements to study in Swiss universities. Remember I said to study in Swiss universities, the first thing you need to pay attention to is the aptitude test. There is a test, an online test you are going to take as a bachelor student. They want to assess your level of proficiency in English language first, and also your possibility to study the program, because there are some students that go into university without any knowledge of high school education. So they always make sure they do this. But I would recommend that if you want to apply for a university in Switzerland, you should make sure the program is at least English language, is in English language. Therefore, if you want to apply for bachelor's and you notice that the language of instruction is like 60% German and 40% English, please make sure you stay away from such a program, because I'm not discouraging you not to apply. But the problem is, will you be able to understand the other language apart of English in case your first language is English? That is where the problem lies. But if you find a program taught entirely in English language, then you go for it. Now, the requirements to apply for bachelor's are just your basic high school documents. Now, if you are applying for master's degree, you have to submit a transcript. Very, very important, all right? And make sure you follow the rules to submit the transcript, because sometimes different universities will ask you to submit your transcript using the university in which you graduated from. For example, you may be applying for a program like, let's say, mass communication, all right? And the University of Zurich says that go to your university and tell them to send your transcript. If you send the transcript yourself, whereas you have been asked to go to your university to tell them to send it, your admissions will be turned down. They will delete your name from the admissions list, all right? Swiss universities don't joke, because they don't take a lot of international students in their programs or to study a particular program. Pay attention to the application deadline from July 1st to the 31st of November for spring intake. The reason I didn't talk about fall 2022 is because the admissions deadline had already passed, all right, and it was on the 31st of April, 30th of April, sorry. Then I want to also elaborate here that there is a program in medicine you can study in this university, but pay attention to the admissions date. You can only apply from next year March, February, March for medical degrees, all right? Now, let's focus on the spring intake of 2023. Like I said, as a doctorate student, make sure you read the admissions procedure and know what you are doing. Now, we have talked about the requirements for bachelors. Let's talk about requirements for masters. To apply for master's degree in Switzerland, you must have graduated from a university of at least 3 years, a recognized university. Therefore, you need to present an official transcript with maximum 180 credits, all right, completed at bachelor's level, and at least all ECT credit units available. So you need to know that. Understand again that Swiss universities, or in Switzerland, the grading system is not the same as ours in Africa. So you should make sure that you score from 4 to 6, because anything you score in Switzerland below 4 is a failed mark. You have to retake the course again or take the course again. Avoid issues that will complicate you when you are studying in Switzerland. Now, we have talked about that. There are a lot of programs. Let's talk about the programs available. There are a lot of programs available at the University of Zurich. Like I said, this is one of the biggest schools in Switzerland. So just understand that anything you are looking for, you are going to find for master's degree level. All right. Now, moving further to tuition fee. Tuition fee, before I even talked about tuition fee, let's talk about the application fee. Application fee at this university is 300 euros. And again, remember that late application fee, you will be charged again 300 euros. But again, this money is not the same as for international students and for Swiss nationals, all right? So the application fee may vary, but however, it shows that there is no application possible for medicine for this semester, because I'm not only talking about medicine, but know that there is no application possible for medicine as of now, all right? All you need to know is that when you finally finish checking the programs available, make sure you go check all the requirements as well. If you are applying, I always emphasize on master's degree students, because I know the application is a little complicated in the sense that you have to submit a CV, you have to submit a motivation letter. Of course, there is an application form you have to sign as well. Fill it and sign it. So that is where the complications set in. But it is very easy to navigate, all right? You just need to look at the requirements, look at language requirements. IELTS is very important when applying to Swiss universities, except that you tell them that I studied in English, or I'm coming from an English-speaking country, and they accept that. Submit a proficiency from your university, or maybe you can meet a lecturer in your school to write a recommendation claiming that your past education was done in English language. Therefore, you can take that such letter and submit to the admissions team. When you finish with that, you submit your documents online and you wait. Remember, it is going to take at least 2.5 months to 3 months for Swiss universities like the University of Zurich to process your admissions. When everything is ready and you receive an admissions letter, the next thing now you need to do is to look for visa documents. Remember, you need a motivation letter when applying for the visa. All right, you need your admissions letter when applying for the visa. You also need your passport details when applying for the visa. You need your academic certificates alongside the transcript, and of course your language certificate when applying for the visa. And again, you need a visa fee when moving to the embassy. Do not forget, it is very, very important. All right, so that is what you need to know. Now, remember that most universities, if you check on the website, they always said that, please note that Prospective students who require a visa need admissions decision 3 months before their planned entry in order that the national visa D can be issued on time. This is only possible if the deadline for applicants with visa requirements is met and all documents relevant for admissions are available. Therefore, submit all the documents you need for admissions so that your admissions can be processed on time, because you need at least 3 months for your visa to be processed. All right. Yes, it is very possible for you to get it within 2.5 months, but Switzerland does not rush over things. They take time to check your documents so that they give you what you need. So you must apply as early as possible. All universities are aware of this, and they always insist that if you need a visa, make sure you apply as fast as possible, guys. So that is what you need to understand. Now, again, like I said, this is information for spring semester. It is easy. There are also some master's degree programs like specialized master's degree that you can also apply to, all right? But make sure you also check the requirements to know how it functions. Now, for those of you who have been asking me about tuition fee, that Milton, I think Swiss universities are very expensive. No, it is not expensive. That is what you should know. If you check at the fees section of the University of Zurich, you would see that tuition fee of the University of Zurich per semester is 720 euros, all right? For bachelor's and master's degree students, it is 720 euros per semester. Tuition fee is refundable, but application fee is never refundable. The application fee for bachelor's and master's degree, and of course teachers, diploma and doctorate degree, when you are applying, you have to pay an amount of 100 Swiss franc. This should be around 42,000 naira in Nigerian money, all right? When you pay the application fee, that is only when your documents will be processed. If you don't pay, it will not be processed. First of all, you can't submit without paying the money. Paying through a credit card is possible, so that is what you should know. If you come and you are applying for admissions late, you are going to be charged 300 euros. That is what you should understand for spring semester and for the University of Zurich. The University of Zurich, the University of Geneva, the University of Basel, and all other universities in Switzerland has different late application fee payment. But if you are late, you must pay this money. Now, PhD students, your tuition fee per semester is 150 euros. That is what you should know, all right? Then the other students, you also have your fees there. Then there is also fees for loans and all the rest, library corrections and voluntary semester collections and everything you need to know. Withdrawal from enrollment and reimbursement of semester fees already paid are possible until October 15 for fall semester and March 15 for spring semester. So in case you withdraw from the program, in case your visa has been rejected, then you need to write your university for them to refund your enrollment fee, because when you get the admissions, you have to pay your semester fee that I said is 750 euros. If you want to look at this, you can study in Switzerland for less than 500,000 naira and less than 500,000 CFA. Nigeria is, I think, 750,000 750 Swiss franc is around, not up to 350,000 naira, but Cameroon money is around 400 and something, close to 500,000 naira. So that is what you should understand. It is very cheap to study in Switzerland, but understand that before you apply for visa, you need to prove that you have money. All right, I already talked about proof of funds to study in Switzerland. There is a video already on the channel. When you watch this one, know that there is another video below. You can check that video and watch it. All right, you need at least 18,000 Swiss francs to study in Switzerland. All right, for 1 year. So that is what you need to know. For 2 years, you will need, if you are applying for a residence permit for 1 year, you need 18,000. Watch that video so you understand the various ways you can document that money, or the various ways you can show that you have such money. But remember that other students from other nationalities which are not from the African continent probably may have a different fees. All right, so focus on your own tuition fee. Then there is also means to get finance support. All right, there is also financial aid office. If you have difficulties to pay your own tuition fee, you can contact the financial aid office. All right, there are various informations there to check. Remember, there are some forms, PDF forms, that you need to read through. There are some forms that you need to download, sign them, and upload on the application. When you go to the apply now link, I will link all the necessary information in the video description box so you can easily check it out, alright? Because it's always good for me to link them out. Someone was telling me why I'm not displaying the information on screen. Guys, please take this for now, alright? Maybe later on we are going to talk about what we are doing. Now, I didn't mention fall semester because the fall semester had already passed for you to apply at the University of Zurich. For those who were supposed to apply for bachelor's, master's, and PhD or teacher's training, you were supposed to apply before April 30th, but it has already passed. Its application is only available now for Swiss nationals or those who studied in Switzerland, and again PhD candidates, alright? So for fall semester I'm talking about, but if you intend applying for spring, do not mix it up. Application is open and will end on 30th of November, alright? So that is what we should all understand. I believe this video is very informative to help us all. If you have a problem, contact the university. Remember, pre-registration into department is very important. Check the program website and navigate from there. It is very easy to go about the application, all right? Then if you also check the programs like master's degree programs, you will realize that they have a lot of programs, all right? Then your application has to go through at least 4 stages. That's the application stage, the formal assessment from the university, which is going to take at least 3 months for you to get academic assessment and a decision to make, all right? So when you apply, your application is going to take at least 3 months, 3 months, all right, from the application deadline till when you submit until when you get decision. So apply on time so that your application will be checked, and of course you have time for visa. All right, remember, you do not need a medical insurance to apply for visa. You only get insurance when you apply, when you arrive Switzerland, not apply when you arrive Switzerland. All right, guys, I hope this is informative. If it is, please do not forget. All right, the only way you can help me now on this YouTube channel is like my videos and share them, and of course subscribe to the channel. If you feel like contributing something to help assist the channel grow more, no problem, I'm open. You can tell me. I have no problem with that. And thank you so much, and may God bless us all for everything we are doing. Until we meet again in another video. Peace.